All right, guys, looks like we are live. Thanks for being on tonight. I am going to talk about setting goals for 2015, and I put together this little graphic, which I will post on the team page for everybody, but this is just up so that you guys can have something to look at while we're talking. But I just want you to know to not read ahead while I'm talking, because when you read ahead, then you kind of lose track at where you're at with this, right? So just don't worry about reading ahead. Just focus on the goal that I'm talking about right now. So going into 2015, it's really important to set monthly goals for yourself, so that we can reach the goals that you want to hit. So I'm going to start with the bottom where it says suggested goals, and we're going to look at your weekly income. So I've kind of broken this down based on income. So if you look at those 4 options there, and maybe you fit into one of those options where you want to be by the end of the year. So these are goals where you want to be by the end of the year. So you want to be making $250 consecutively, consistently every week. You want to be making $500 every week. You want to be making $1,000 every week. You want to be making $2,000 every week. So what I've done is I have broken it down into 3 different goals. And you can see goal 1, goal 2, and goal 3 are above. Okay. So if we look at each income level, we're going to see what we need to be doing, what activity and what results we need to be doing in order to reach those goals. Now, I'm going to say this, these goals are, this is just stuff that I've come up with based on what I know and what I've seen and how my business has been run. There, of course, this is not a perfect science, and of course, there is going to be many exceptions to the rule here, so please keep that in mind. I cannot guarantee that if you do these things to a T that you will earn that kind of income. I cannot guarantee that if you don't do these things to a T, you won't earn that kind of income. I'm just giving you guidelines on what to shoot for. And if you shoot for these guidelines, you'll probably end up somewhere in this range, okay? So that's just from my experience. I'm just sharing this with you guys to give you a target, to put on your wall, on your whiteboard, and say, this is what I'm aiming for every single month. And I think that these will be really helpful for you guys, because it's really hard to say, to see in the future and to say, okay, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know how to get to this from point A to point Z. You know, you guys see me and you see that I've been successful in this business, and you wonder how I got here. Well, I'm going to share that with you. This is how I got there. Even though I didn't really have this plan and I didn't really know that this is what I was doing, when I kind of look back and I sat down and I tried to piece together how I got here, this is what I got. So let's break it down into goal number 1. The first and foremost goal that you should all be working on, if you want to make a income every week, a residual income every week, you have to build your team. First and foremost, you have to build your team. And you have to build your team and duplicate yourself above all. That should be your goal number 1 every single month. Okay, so your goal number 1 is to choose how many coaches you want to sign per month. What is your goal in terms of how many coaches you want to bring into this business every single month? Okay, so if we go down, if we skip all the way down to suggested goals, you're going to see, based on weekly income, to earn this kind of weekly income every single year, to earn this weekly income by the end of 2015, you would have to sign up 2 coaches a month, 3 coaches a month, 4 coaches a month, 5 coaches a month. So you decide, okay? Again, these are ballpark numbers, so I'm just kind of helping give you guys a ballpark. So let's just say, let's throw it out there that you want to earn $500 per week. That's significant. That's $2,000 a month that you're adding to your income. That's a significant income jump for your family, and I'm sure you guys can all agree to that. So $500 a week, how do we do that, making that residually? How do we make that residually? Well, we're going to do that by signing up 3 new coaches a month, 3 new challengers a month, and getting 2 of our personally sponsored coaches to Success Club. So let's break that down. If we need 3 coaches per month, how do we do that? What kind of activity do we need to put forward to get 3 coaches per month? Okay, so let's look. Under goal 1, it says weekly activity. The business invites that you need to send are 2 times X. And if you look over to the right, it says X equals the number of coaches or challengers you want to sign each month. So if you want to sign 3 coaches every single month, every single week, you need to send out 6 brand new invites to the business. You need to send 6 invites to new people every single week to the business. They cannot be people you've invited in the past. It has to be new people, okay? And you have to do that every week. This is weekly activity. If you want to sign 3 coaches a month, you need to send out 6 new business invites per week, okay? And you're probably thinking, I don't have 6 people to send an invite per week. That takes us into activity number 2, which is the new conversations that you're starting. So in order to have people to talk to about the business, you have to be having conversations with people. So if you want to sign up 3 coaches per month and you want to be able to send 6 business invites per week, you need to be having new conversations every week. And how many new conversations every week? You need to be having 4 times the amount of coaches that you want to sign up. So if you are looking to sign up 3 coaches a month, you need to be having 12 conversations, 12 new conversations started every single week. Okay, so we're using the $500 per week example, signing 3 new coaches every month. So we want to we want to send out 6 new business invites per week, and we want to start 12 new conversations per week. Okay, so hopefully you guys are following me here on this. And you can ask questions after the call if you're confused, but hopefully this is kind of laid out pretty simply in terms of the formula. Okay, and then follow-ups. Follow-ups are huge, so we need to send follow-ups for the people that we're inviting. So the follow-ups are made to the people that we've invited to the business in the past. So if you're reaching out to someone that you've already reached out to about the business, that is not a new invite sent. That is considered a follow-up. Now, you guys can go into Team TryCeps and look in the documents. I've created tons of scripts on how to invite people to the business, how to follow up with people on the business, how to invite people to challenge groups. There's tons of scripts that I use, so use those scripts, okay, and make them your own. But those are really great scripts to keep your invites going, to keep your conversations going, and to keep your follow-ups going. Okay, so let's recap. If you'd like to make $500 consistently per week by the end of 2015, and that $500 is residual income, I'm saying that one of your goals needs to be 3 coaches per month. In order to sign 3 coaches per month, you need to send out 6 new business invites per week. You need to start 12 new conversations per week, and you need to send 6 follow-ups per week. Okay, so when you're thinking about it, that's a lot of work. Okay, so you need to put in a lot of work and a lot of time to get this going. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I didn't start making $500 consistently until I was probably, I didn't even look, but I should have, but I mean, probably a year and a half, a year and 3/4 into the business. So it takes a while. That's why I'm saying this is a year-long process. You have to do these activities and you have to achieve these results for 1 full year to make this weekly income residual. Okay? So let's move on to goal number 2. Goal number 2, of course, is challengers that you sign up every month. And the reason why we focus on challengers next is because, number 1, we need to be getting people results. That's what we're here for. We're getting people results. And challengers are going to be our best prospects for coaching. So we always need to be getting new people into our challenge groups and building relationships with new people. You guys know how to sign up challengers. You guys know how to talk to people about challenge groups. And if you don't, there's tons of calls about it on the team page. But one of the main things that we do as a group for challenges to get challengers on board is run free groups. So we run like a 5-day free group to build relationships with people. But ultimately, our goal is to get them onto Shakeology consistently and get them results with one of our fitness programs. So if you want to make $500 weekly by the end of 2015, not only do you need to sign 3 new coaches, but you also need to sign 3 new challengers per month. Okay, so what does that look like? How do we do 3 new challengers per month? It's actually the same exact formula as the top one. And I need to change this graphic because as you can see, it says on there biz invites to send under weekly activity under goal 2. That needs to say challenge group invites, and I'll change that before I post it on the team page. Okay, so that should say challenge group invites to send. It's the same formula. You need to also be having, again, 12 new conversations per week. So if you're trying to do both, 3 new coaches and 3 new challengers per month, you need to do both of these, okay? The new conversation started can't overlap. It's got to be both. You've got to be talking to that amount of people in both categories. So when we combine these together, we're talking 24 new conversations per week. So however you break it down in terms of where you put your time with the business, how like what days you work, how much you work per day, you've got to sit down and figure out how many conversations, how many invites to send, and how many follow-ups to make in each of these categories, okay? So that's where we come into, you know, time prioritization and making sure that we're getting number 1 and number 2 done. Okay, so let's move into goal number 3, and this is what I'm talking about. This should be evaluated at the start of every month based on conversations and results of your coaches. So a really important goal to build residual income is to inspire and motivate and get your team to duplicate what you're doing, and that means to get them earning Success Club just like you. We want our team to each be earning Success Club just like all of us are, okay? So we've got to be helping our team earn Success Club. And for me personally, when I'm working with new coaches, I really try to work with them to hit Success Club consecutively for 3 months to get them to Success Starters. After that, I really kind of let them fly and let them be on their own. Okay, so once they kind of get the 3 months under their belt and they're consistently building for 3 months and they're getting Success Club for 3 months, they now know how it works. They know what they have to do to get Success Club, and they're going for it. Okay, so you have to make sure though that you're taking care of goals 1 and 2 before moving on to your team. You will not move your business forward if you just help your team hit Success Club. Why? Because many people, if they're going to hit Success Club, they're going to do it anyways, right? So sometimes we can't always drag people along. We've got to have people that are wanting to hit Success Club with us moving forward. Okay, so they've got to be running right next to us versus us dragging them along and us convincing them to hit Success Club. They've got to want it for themselves. Okay, so that's why I say focus on your personal goals and your business first. And when you're continuing to sign challengers and to sign coaches, you're going to find self-starters and you're going to find people that want this. Okay, so again, let's talk about number 3. So how do you create an environment of Success Club on your team? These are just some quick tips. Post weekly recognition for Success Club points. Anybody that's earning Success Club points on your team, you can do weekly recognition on your team pages. You can do monthly recognition for anybody that actually earns Success Club. Okay? You can offer incentives to Success Club earners or a raffle off prize to the Success Club earners. You can share stories of fellow coaches who are making Success Club consecutively, such as my story. I've been a Success Club 5 legend. I think I'm going on 33 months. I was doing really well with 10, and this past September I got 8, so I broke my streak of 10. But nonetheless, I've been at Success Club 5 for 33 months straight, and I swear that's part of my success. And why is it part of my success? It's because of this last tip here. It's be an example yourself and never miss Success Club. If you're not hitting Success Club, how can you show your team to hit Success Club? You have to be hitting Success Club. If you want your team to hit Success Club and you want your team to build and create residual income for you and to create residual income for them, you've got to be the example. You've got to be the #1 example by meeting your goals of signing up so many coaches per month, of meeting your goals of signing up so many challengers per month. okay? So you have to be the example yourself. All right, so that is really the formula, and I know that that's a lot to take in right now, but what I want you to do when we leave, and I'm going to take this off of screen share here, if you guys can see me, okay? Sorry, it's really dark. I don't have my light on, but I just really want you guys to understand and know that this is all doable, and it's a lot of work, but you have to be organized. You have to have your calendar, and I don't have my calendar. Oh yeah, I do. It's under there, but my calendar is laid out, and it's showing me how many invites I'm doing per day, how many follow-ups I'm doing per day. I'm very strategic in what I'm doing. I'm always making sure that I'm first hitting goal 1 and goal 2 in my business. So make sure that you're also doing that as well. You've got to be organized, and you've got to be specific. So if you're sitting here looking at this and you're like, okay, I've got to send out 6 business invites per week. I've got to send out 6 challenge group invites per week. I've got to start 24 new conversations per week, and ultimately send out 12 follow-ups per week. What does that look like on your calendar? Sit down and write it out, plan it out. Just like in our coach only challenge group that we're running right now, that so many of you are in and just doing awesome, you have to plan. If you don't plan, you're going to fail. So if you don't plan this out per month, all of these goals, if you don't get them set out and you don't plan your activity per month, or per week, I'm sorry, if you don't plan the activity per month or per week and then down per day, what you're doing per day, it's never going to work. You're never going to hit those results of 3 coaches a month, 3 challengers per month, and then of course, you know, however many of your coaches to Success Club. So another thing I want to go over before we get off is you've got to stay organized when it comes to your contacts. Please take my advice on this, if anything from this call, is you have to stay organized with your contacts. I have been terrible over my life as a coach with organizing my contacts, and it is a hot mess. And over the last 2 months, I've started to use a system that I love. It's a system that I pay $60 a month for, but for me, it's worth it because I get to get alerts every day when I need to follow up with someone. I get to append when I want to follow up with a coach prospect, a challenger prospect, whatever it is. So please, please find a system that works for you. I know many people use an Excel document, and maybe they'll have, if I were to use an Excel document, I would take one sheet and I would call it coach prospects, and I'd take one sheet and I'd call it challenger prospects. And then I would just list the name and I would list the follow-up date. And every day I'd go in there and I'd sort the column of the dates and I'd see, who do I need to follow up with today? Just keep it simple, but you've got to at least put name and follow-up date in there every time you talk to someone. Every single time. Okay? And you don't have to put notes, because if you're using email with them or you're using Facebook Messenger, you should have the history of the notes in there if you need to go back and reference. Okay, but you know, just really stay organized. That's the key to all of this, is to stay organized. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. These should be some really solid goals that you can sink your teeth into for 2015. It's going to be an awesome year. I cannot even believe that it's 2015 already, that it's coming up so fast. But I will tell you what, you guys, from my experience of last year when the 21-day fix was released in February, a lot of you were around or maybe new coaches then, but holy cow, was it some crazy times. So it is about to blow up. Your businesses are about to blow up this year when it comes to New Year's. Right after Christmas, people are ready to spend money. New Year's, people want to invest in their health and they want to get better at it. Be there for them, support them through it, and be there when they say yes. Be the one that they choose to work with, okay? Be that person that they come to. And then, of course, in February, we have the 21-day fix extreme that comes out, that's going to blow up all of our businesses. It's an amazing program. I cannot wait for it. And it just continues to climb every single month as the year progresses. So I'll let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. Thank you for tuning in. And again, I will post this graphic on the team page as soon as we get off the call. Have an awesome night, you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.